One of the questions that I get most often is, Neal, should I buy single family real estate? Should I buy multifamily real estate? Should I buy, fourplexes? What makes the most amount of sense? Well, the truth is you've really got three kinds of choices, right? So there's obviously single family rentals, which are the most liquid. You've got these ultra low interest rates. But the downside is when your tenant moves out, you have 100% vacancy, so no one's paying the mortgage. Single family is also way harder to scale. And you can take that from me because I started in single family. So instead, there are lots of people that buy 5 units and above. We call it multifamily. And that fixes the vacancy problem. It fixes the scalability problem. But now you've got lots and lots of maintenance in more tenants with more units. So you're doing tenants and toilets a lot. And the lending also, it switches over to commercial lending, which is shorter terms and higher interest rates than residential. They're not fixed for 30 years. But behold the best of both worlds, the fourplex. Fourplex is large enough to be scalable, but it's still considered a residential loan. That's very important. So ultra cheap loans for 30 years at ultra low fixed rates. Plus, people like living in smaller apartment complexes. So the occupancy at fourplexes over the last 50 years has been significantly higher than multifamily. Also, fourplexes are much, much easier to sell because you've got this huge pool of ready buyers when you want to exit. Single family people buy fourplexes, 1031 investors buy fourplexes. Did you also know that you can house hack a fourplex, but you cannot house hack 5 or more units? By house hacking, I mean you live in one unit while the other 3 units pay the bills at today's incredibly low interest rates. Bottom line, we think that the fourplex is actually the sweet spot for the real estate investor who wants 100% ownership, wants control, wants scale, and also wants the flexibility.